Hello folks, it's a crazy rainy day here at Wild Haven Acres. We just had a lightning there. Rain's coming down like crazy. My cooking station is flooded. There's water everywhere. But it's a beautiful day to make chicken soup. Today I'm gonna make you a original recipe of mine called chicken ball soup. Hang in there. Stay warm and dry, bring your animals in, care for them until we get through this rain. See you in a bit. Hello Facebook friends, welcome to another video by Chef Dino on my channel, Dino Valbone. We are at Wild Haven Acres. It's the ranch that we live on. It's a rainy day in central coast of California. It's pretty cold and wet out there, and what would be better on a rainy, cold day than a delicious chicken soup? So today we're gonna make my original recipe. This is the first time I'm making this. I've created this in my head, and I'm gonna put it into reality today. What we're gonna make, I call it chicken ball soup. Now you're probably like, what? Chickens don't have balls. But I disagree, and I'm going to prove it to you today in this video. Ingredients. What we have here, of course, if you know my videos, I prepare things ahead of time to make the video short. We have chicken breast and chicken thighs minced. You can use ground chicken breast or thigh. Now I put about 50-50 because to give it good flavor. There is red pepper. It's not hot pepper, it's sweet pepper. There is parsley, finely chopped. I have onions, finely chopped. And of course I have the herbs that I usually use. If you've been watching my videos, basically we use the same, not herbs, spices. We have garlic powder, sea salt, ground black pepper, onion powder, and of course turmeric. I can't emphasize how healthy turmeric is for you. A lot of scientific studies are showing that turmeric prevents a lot of diseases and even cancer. So I would urge you to use turmeric in all your cookings. Besides the fact that it gives wonderful flavor to your dishes, it's very, very, very healthy for you. So we have chopped up carrots and celery. Here in this dish we have roughly coarsely chopped parsley, cilantro, and green onions. In this here we have sweet white onions. You can use any onions you like. And we have coarsely chopped garlic. Here I have egg noodle dough that I made from scratch. Very easy to make. All it is a whole egg, one egg, some olive oil, salt, and I just mix it. Then I add just all-purpose flour, and I mix it until I get to this nice doughy consistency, as you can see. So also here we have vegetable broth. Now you can use chicken broth, you can use whatever broth you like, but I think we have chicken here, and vegetable broth should just do fine. So this is my plan of action today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this chicken mix into balls, okay? And I'm going to make a short video showing you how I do that. Then we're going to roll this out and cut it into thin strips where we're going to introduce it into our soup. We're going to heat up the chicken broth. We're going to put our vegetables and the herbs, the parsley, cilantro, and green onions in there. We're going to put the garlic in there. We're going to put the onion in there. We're going to get that going to cook that. Meanwhile, we're going to saute our chicken balls in a pan, but we're going to keep it separate. The neat thing about this recipe is that everything is going to come in at the end together. So we're making our broth with our veggies, we're making our noodle strips, we're making our chicken balls, and at the end we're going to put it together in this delicious, yummy soup, hopefully. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it. This is a creation of my imagination, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'll be right back. We're going to be making the balls. We're going to be rolling this out and cutting it into strips. And meanwhile, we'll get the chicken broth going. See you in a bit. All right, so we have our oil all nice and hot. We have our celery and carrots. We're going to put it in our oil here. We're going to saute the vegetables. We have the onions. So all the onions, carrots, and celery goes in our pot. We're going to saute this until we get a little bit of sear on the vegetables. Then we're going to add our garlic right at the end. Then we'll be adding our vegetable broth and then simmering that while we deal with the balls and the noodles. So, see you in a bit. Alright, so you can see our veggies have a nice sear on them. And now we're going to add our vegetable broth. Basically, this is going to be the base broth for our soup. I might add a little bit of water here, but we'll see how it goes. We can always add water. Alright, so we're going to start simmering this. Let it cook. Actually, I'm going to add some herbs and spices to it right now. Of course, turmeric. You can't go wrong with turmeric. We got our onion powder, even though there is onion there, but we'll add more. We've got our garlic powder. These are all very healthy for you. We're going to add some sea salt. You can add the sea salt to taste. And of course, no dish is without black pepper. And I think I'm even going to add a little bit of red ground chili pepper flakes, just to give it that little spiciness. Alrighty, so we're gonna let this simmer. We can always add more herbs if we need to. We're going to be working on the chicken meatballs and the egg noodle, and I'll show you how I do those. Let's go over by the counter. So we have our non-stick pan here. We got good amount of cooking oil in there, vegetable oil. And here are our chicken balls rolled up into little balls, I guess you can say. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here and fry them. Another thing I have actually in the mix here is panko bread. I forgot to mention that, and I use that as a binding agent. So here we go. Increase the heat a little bit here, get this going. So plan of action now is to fry this into nice little balls, and we're going to keep them separate for now until our base for our soup, which is simmering over there, ready to go. And then once this is done, we're going to roll out our egg noodle doughs, which I'll show you how I do that, and then we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Check out that sizzle. These are looking beautiful. You need to watch this video to the end because the exciting part comes at the end where I put everything together. This is Wild Haven Acres. I'm Chef Dino. My channel, Dino Valbone. Please like and subscribe. And it motivates me to make more videos and share more of my imagination with the recipes that I make. All right, so here we have our egg noodle dough rolled out into a thin piece. We're going to use our trusty pizza cutter, and basically we're just going to cut it into nice little thin strips here. And then we're going to introduce this to our soup. You can roll this also into little balls if you choose to, rather than strips. Your imagination basically is the limit of what you can do. Cooking, that's the beauty of it. That's what I love about it. You can't go wrong because your mistake most of the time turns out to be a new invention, a new taste, and a new recipe. So basically now I'll just go across. There you go. Here we have it. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in our soup, and I'll show you how I do that in just a bit. Our meatballs are almost done. Our broth is ready, and our egg noodle dough is all cut up and ready, and pretty soon we're gonna assemble our soup. So our vegetable broth with our veggies in there is simmering. We have our noodles all cut into pieces here. We have our balls, chicken balls, cooked up and ready to go. And just look at that. Look at how beautiful and gorgeous this look. At this stage of the game, I'm gonna add the parsley, cilantro, and the green onions. I'm not gonna add the whole thing. I think this might be a little too much. We can save the rest for a salsa or something else. We can add more always, but we can't take it out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this go just for a few minutes. I don't want to overcook the vegetables because I love the fresh herb taste. And then in about a couple of minutes, which we'll show you, we're gonna add the noodles, and then the chicken balls are gonna go in there, chicken meatballs are gonna go in there. We're just gonna let it go for a few minutes, and then we're gonna serve it like that. That way you can taste the herbs, the noodles, and the chicken without blending all the flavors together. Of course, the broth with the vegetables in there. See you in a little bit. We're almost there. Alrighty, so the herbs have been in there for a bit. We added a little bit of water because we felt like there isn't enough water. This is not all the noodles, it's just part of it. I think it would be a little too much if we put everything in there. Again, we can always add. It's hard to subtract. Noodle dough holds really well in the refrigerator. We can always make something else with it. Here we go. I'm just gonna add the rest of this in there. And I'm just gonna let this go for about a minute or two. And then we're gonna add the chicken meat balls. All right, look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. Here, let me get a spoonful of that and show you. Look at that. That is hot. Beautiful. Be careful, don't burn yourself. Alrighty, so our noodles are almost cooked here. It's just been a few minutes. Now we're gonna add the chicken meatballs into our soup, and we'll probably just turn down the heat, let it go for check that out. Look at that beautiful juices from the chicken balls. Go for just few minutes and then we're ready to serve. So next I see you, I'll be plating this and doing a taste test. See you in a bit. As I said before, this is the first time I'm making this. Here are the extra noodles that I had left over from rolling this out, and I thought to myself, hey, why not saute this in the same oil that we sauteed the chicken meatballs in, get them nice and crispy, and put them on top of our soup. Again, this is the beautiful part about cooking. You can be very creative. Nothing goes to waste, and you never know what you come up with next. So we're gonna fry these up, and we'll plate the soup and do a taste test. See you soon. So here we go. Our soup is ready. I'm gonna plate it. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Nothing like a hearty soup on a very cold, rainy day. Our noodles there. We're gonna put very few pieces of chopped up parsley, cilantro, onion. Here is the egg noodle that we fried. We'll just put a few pieces on there to garnish it. And here you go. This is your chicken ball soup, as I promised. Now, do you believe me that chickens do have balls? Meatballs, that is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It's a great thing to do when it's cold and rainy outside. I am Chef Dino. I got some flour on me at Dino Valbone. Please like and subscribe to my videos. It inspires me to make more videos. Signing off from Wild Haven Acres. This is Dino.